We saw that April, May, June summer correction. And then we had a reverse where money flowed out of Tether back into crypto, Bitcoin, total market cap. And that's where we pushed into the peak in November of 2021. And what these lines are an overlap from the last cycle. So I'm watching this very carefully because we're back down on this trend line, seeing some signs this push is higher, and we can certainly zigzag around in here for a while, but for how long? I have been saying for a while that I think, March is sort of a trouble zone, trouble time that we could push higher, and the timing on this is suspect. We don't know the timing, but at which point we see Tether dominance break above 5%, we're probably looking at a midsummer correction. And the economy's still vulnerable, or talking about inflation. And there's some people saying even that Trump could force the hand of the Fed to reduce interest rates and start printing money by throwing a boomerang in the economy, kind of forcing them to come back around to save the day. So regardless of all the hypotheses and pontifications here, the chart here, I'm watching this very closely. Again, if we get above 5%, it could push up into crypto correction zone. And then I think we will pull back down in this range, and then we see a rip-roaring rally into around, that October. Let me move it where the overlay is accurate for the dates, into around that September, October region, looking for a high in that range time-wise, October-ish, October, November. And then money really flowing out of Bitcoin and crypto and over into back into Tether. So that's when we see the crypto crash and then into the bear market. So that's kind of, it doesn't mean this has to happen, but I'm watching this very closely. And over on the object tree here, I'll just turn back on the crypto total market cap to show the visual on this, where you can see when we have the total market cap at extremes and hitting new highs, which we've been seeing recently, Bitcoin the same way. So money flowing out of Tether, but again, it's in this zone. We know markets overcorrect, so returning to that median is what they tend to do. And so again, back here, when we're hitting new highs in May of 2021, and then we saw really that drop off, and the money flowing into Tether going higher. So you see that inversely related relationship. And if we just kind of draw a median line, these coming back to the median would make sense. And we've seen that all the way back here since 2018. So not many people talking about this, and it's a bit of a concern. And so I'm, selling some of our holdings just to kind of get into cash for the playing the bounces. Let me just go back and turn this off because it's a little janky on the scaling. Hopefully you guys are following me on all that. So, but in terms of if we start pushing higher, getting into some Tether, getting into stables, so that we can buy them back when they're lower and then ride them up into the peak here around, I guess, September, October. This is my thesis. This seems to be overlapping, and I don't think it's up only for here. I think there's a couple more, boomerangs, and as there always are, 20-30% corrections, hopefully not more. And so just back to Bitcoin then, if we go over to a weekly time frame and just look at this, our buy limits, or buyers, where are our buyers lined up? 84K still on the table, you guys. I just I don't know where that sell pressure is coming from, but we would be better off to see a pullback here, 90K on the daily, 84K, the median line in this buy block would give us a lot more strength to kind of rally out of this, and that would happen sooner than later. But at any rate, that's about all I have for us today, guys, because everything else is sort of bleeding out. Let me save this chart, and I'll load back up a daily chart. So other than that, I just don't see there's much more that we need to look at here
Yep,
this
kind of
week.
back in wait and see mode.
Yeah. So either get long and chill, or sort of get into some cash and wait for some DCA buying opportunities. And I'll just skim through this real quick, see if there's anything, but it's a sea of red. If you guys are wondering what's going on, should I sell? I mean, we started to see some strength come back in the market, but some of the coins have been following, like Ondo, still in an uptrend.